We've been talking about it for a long time, so for us it's a real relief, and it's really nice to be able to tell everybody, especially since the last 2 or 3 weeks have been quite difficult. Not telling anyone and keeping it to ourselves, for reasons we had to, from royal engagements to philanthropic endeavors, Princess Catherine has captured hearts worldwide with her grace and poise. Now, at 49, she has finally confirmed what many have speculated for years. This revelation sheds light on her commitment to making a difference while embracing her role as a mother and partner. This, of course, came as a huge shock, and William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family. As you can imagine, this has taken time. It has taken me time to recover from major surgery in order to start my treatment. Join us as we dive into the inspiring journey of Princess Catherine, exploring her candid reflections and the impact of her newfound clarity on her royal duties and personal life. The major turning point in Princess Catherine's battle. What significant change is happening? How are her husband, Prince William, her children, and the royal family responding to this? Is it true that the princess is now being overlooked? Join us as we uncover the reality of Princess Catherine's fight against cancer. Princess Catherine shared her current health status in a recent video message. She mentioned that following a cancer diagnosis, she is undergoing preventative chemotherapy. However, the specific type of cancer remains undisclosed. This situation is heartbreaking for her aunt. Before diving into further details, let's discuss Princess Catherine's childhood and her marriage to Prince William. Catherine Elizabeth Middleton was born on January 9, 1982, in Reading's Royal Berkshire Hospital to an upper-middle-class family. She was baptized on June 20, 1982, at St. Andrew's, Bradfield, the local church. As the eldest of 3 children, she is the daughter of British Airways flight attendant Carol Middleton and flight dispatcher Michael Middleton. Her siblings include James, her younger brother, and Philippa, her younger sister. It was not uncommon for Catherine's family to mingle with the royal family. The Middleton family has ties to British nobility dating back to the early 20th century and has benefited financially from trust funds established over a century ago. Catherine's upbringing was shaped by these connections. During the 1920s to the 1940s, her great-grandparents, Noel and Olive Middleton, hosted members of the British royal family. Princess Catherine's early life began in Bradfield's Southend, Berkshire, where she spent her formative years. In May 1984, her family moved to Amman, Jordan, where she attended an English-language nursery. They returned to Berkshire in September 1986, and at 4 years old she started attending St. Andrew's School, a private institution near Pangbourne. As she grew older, she became a part-time boarder at St. Andrew's in 1995. Her family moved to Bucklebury, where she continued her education at Downhouse School. Her academic path led her to Marlborough College, a coeducational boarding school in Wiltshire, where she excelled in athletics and became captain of the women's field hockey team. In November 2006, Middleton began a year of service, taking on a part-time position as an accessory buyer with the Jigsaw clothing chain. In 2007, she organized a photography exhibition to celebrate the launch of Alastair Morrison's book Time to Reflect, raising funds for UNICEF. In 2008, Middleton's empathy led her to Naomi House Hospice, where she provided gifts and read to children, making a positive difference in their lives. William and Catherine's family were present for the confirmation service conducted by the Bishop of London on March 10 at St. James's Palace. The couple wed on April 29, 2011 at Westminster Abbey, coinciding with St. Catherine's Day, which was also declared a bank holiday in the UK. Approximately 300 million viewers worldwide tuned in to watch the wedding live, including 26 million in Britain. Sarah Burton collaborated with Alexander McQueen to create her wedding dress. For the British public, it was an unforgettable occasion. On December 3, 2012, St. James's Palace announced that Catherine was expecting her first child. This announcement was made earlier in the pregnancy than is typical because she had been hospitalized at King Edward Roman VII Hospital due to hyperemesis gravidarum, a severe type of morning sickness. Prince George was born at St. Mary's Hospital in London on July 22, 2013. The severe morning sickness recurred during her later pregnancies, leading Catherine to cancel official engagements. She welcomed Princess Charlotte on May 2, 2015, and Prince Louis on April 23, 2018. During their births, George, Charlotte, and Louis were third, fourth, and fifth in line for the British throne. Catherine's first official engagement after her marriage occurred in May, when she and William met Barack and Michelle Obama at Buckingham Palace. The couple's inaugural royal tour of Canada took place in June and July 2011. During this trip, Catherine visited the United States for the first time on a two-day excursion to California. In October 2011, she completed her first solo engagement at a reception for In Kind Direct, hosted at Clarence House, substituting for Prince Charles. In March 2012, Catherine delivered her first public address regarding the opening of a children's hospice under her patronage, East Anglia's Children's Hospices. She and William were announced as ambassadors for the 2012 Summer Olympics held in London. Catherine attended various sporting events during the Games as part of her responsibilities. In September 2012, the couple went on a tour of Singapore, Malaysia, Tuvalu, and the Solomon Islands to celebrate Elizabeth Roman II's Diamond Jubilee across the Commonwealth. During this international trip, she delivered her first official speech abroad while visiting a hospice in Malaysia, utilizing her experience as a patron of East Anglia's Children's Hospices. Despite being considered working class, the Middleton family has aristocratic connections. Catherine's ancestors were related to the British aristocracy and owned land. She is even a distant relative of the first U.S. President, George Washington, and some other prominent Americans. An in-depth analysis of her family tree revealed that she and Prince William share a common, though distant, ancestor. In 1983, Michael and Carol had their second daughter, Philippa Charlotte Pippa. A year later, they and their children moved to the capital of Jordan, Amman, where the father of the family was sent to work. People who wanted to see the newlyweds in person spent more than $100 million in London. At Middleton's request, Westminster Abbey now has a real maple alley. However, there were some minor missteps. For instance, the bride was supposed to curtsy to the Queen as she walked by her side but forgot. Another interesting fact is related to the exchange of rings. The bride's engagement ring turned out to be a little too small, and William had to try his best to put it on. Interestingly, the groom himself refused to wear a wedding ring at all. The wedding was attended by 900 guests, including longtime acquaintances of the bride who were not of aristocratic descent, as well as numerous celebrities. Heeding the couple's request, they did not buy gifts, directing the money to charity instead. Later that night, Catherine changed into a strapless satin dress with a heart-shaped neckline, complemented by a cropped mohair jacket. The public adored Kate for her femininity and elegance, but this image was overshadowed by a publication in 2012 of photos showing the Duchess sunbathing topless at a private villa in France. Years of litigation followed, resulting in the photos being deemed an invasion of privacy. In December of that year, it was announced that the Cambridge couple was expecting their first child. The pregnancy was difficult, as Catherine suffered from severe toxicosis and was hospitalized for several days. Their firstborn, George Alexander Louis, was born on July 22, 2013. The day before, paparazzi were on round-the-clock duty outside St. Mary's Hospital in London, eager to be the first to see the newborn heir to the throne. 2 years later, on May 2, 2015, the Duchess gave birth to Princess Charlotte, who was given the middle names Elizabeth Diana after her grandmother and great-grandmother. The pregnancy was again difficult for Kate, but the delivery went smoothly, taking place in the same St. Mary's Hospital. Kate's younger sister's wedding took place in May 2017, during which the Duchess looked after the young page boys and 2-year-old Princess Charlotte, who served as a flower girl. In September of that year, the media learned of William's wife's third pregnancy. Interestingly, it was Charlotte who accidentally revealed the secret by telling her school friends that she would become a big sister. A teacher leaked the information to the press. Once again, Kate suffered from toxicosis, which caused her to stop attending official events. Prince Louis Arthur Charles was born on April 23, 2018. The future king and queen try to raise their 3 children themselves, but of course they have the help of a nanny who stays with the royal couple almost constantly and accompanies them on all their trips. Media reports claim that her monthly salary is $10,000. Over the next few years, the public discussed a rift between Prince William and Prince Harry, as well as tension between their wives. Family scandals culminated in the Sussex couple's departure overseas, which added to the workload of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. Kate's responsibilities now include not only social ceremonies, but also patronizing charitable community and cultural projects. In January 2022, Catherine celebrated her 40th birthday, and in September, the world was shocked by the news of Queen Elizabeth Roman II's death. The titles of Duchess of Cornwall and Princess of Wales were then passed to Kate. She remains the Duchess of Cambridge, and her other titles now include Colonel of the British Guards, Duchess of Rothesay, Countess of Chester, and Baroness of Renfrew. Despite her many official titles, people still call her simply Kate, a nickname she reportedly doesn't like. In 2008, she even sent an email to friends asking them to call her Catherine. As a child, Kate had the nickname Squeak, named after one of her classroom guinea pigs. As a teenager, she was jokingly called Kate Middlebum after she accidentally showed her bum to the boys through a window. Throughout her marriage to William, rumors of his alleged affairs have surfaced, and in 2015 there was even a rumor of an illegitimate child. While the truth may never be known, the public image of the Welsh family has remained one of affection and unity. The Princess of Wales is fond of outdoor sports, including hockey, sailing, tennis, and rugby. At university, she excelled at high jump and loved cycling around town. She is also reportedly a certified scuba diver, but has never been seen riding a horse. Rumor has it that Kate is allergic to horses, despite their popularity within the Windsor family. Kate follows a healthy lifestyle, but enjoys the occasional glass of red wine and loves curry. Her favorite dessert is butterscotch pudding, and she makes her own strawberry and plum jam. Passionate about cooking, Kate buys her own groceries and bakes her children's birthday cakes herself, turning it into a family tradition. She is also an accomplished pianist and sometimes performs at formal events. In May 2023, she played the winning song Stefania by the Ukrainian band Kalish Orchestra on the piano during a formal event. Her choice of outfit was not random either. It included one of the colors of the Ukrainian flag. Despite her royal status, Kate enjoys simple pleasures like watching TV shows such as One Tree Hill, Downton Abbey, Homeland, and Game of Thrones. Her favorite movie is the romantic comedy Cocktail, starring a young Tom Cruise. Kate is passionate about photography and is an honorary member of the Royal Photographic Society. Over the years, Kensington Palace has published some of her professional photos. While she doesn't appear in commercials, she actively participates in charity projects. For example, she has worked with the charity Place 2B, and in 2023 starred in a video promoting the work of Wimbledon Ball boys and girls. The Princess of Wales's personal net worth is estimated at $10 million. William and Kate's primary source of income comes from a private estate called the Duchy of Cornwall, and they also receive funds from the sovereign grant, which is a percentage of the profits from the Crown estate. In September 2022, it was reported that Kate would inherit $110 million worth of Queen Elizabeth Roman II's personal jewelry collection, which consists of 300 pieces. Kate also owns her own collection of jewelry and is occasionally seen wearing more affordable pieces. The same applies to her wardrobe, although it was estimated that in 2020 she spent about $128,000 on clothes. William and Kate live in a 4-story apartment at Kensington Palace with several reception rooms decorated in classic style. The couple's country home, Anmer Hall in Norfolk, was a wedding gift from Queen Elizabeth Roman II and underwent $2 million renovation. William once mentioned that they live like a regular family in Norfolk, away from the public eye. The couple also has a residence in Scotland, Tamnagar Cottage, where they spent many happy days at the beginning of their relationship. In 2022, they moved to Adelaide Cottage in Windsor to give their children more space, though some Britons criticized the move as wasteful. Kate's car collection has evolved over the years. Before university, she drove a low-volume Golf, then upgraded to a Volkswagen MK3 and an Audi A3. Since her marriage, she has been spotted driving a Land Rover, Audi RS e-tron GT, Audi A7 and Q7, as well as a Range Rover Vogue. The couple's royal engagements and duties have continued. Kate and William attended the Diamond Jubilee pageant and other significant events. In 2013, Kate's first engagement after Prince George's birth was to meet ultramarathon runners. In early 2014, it was announced that Prince George would accompany them on a tour of New Zealand and Australia. Later that year, Kate cancelled a solo trip to Malta due to her second pregnancy,